Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Brothers-in-law. It's great to be back. I was out of town last week, so that's why we didn't have a show last week. But it's good to be back, and we want to welcome everybody. And if you're new to this channel on here, we talk about uh, police involved incidents that occur around the country, and we just give our analysis on whether the officer's actions are what a reasonable officer would do, and if also the actions of the citizens would be what a reasonable citizen should do. And we come up with a very unique acronym which stands for CALM, to kind of give you some key points or whatever to keep in your mind when you're interacting with law enforcement. The CALM acronym stands for comply, answer questions, listen, and move on. Yeah, a lot of people say, well, I can comply and still get, end up dead or killed. Yeah, that's true. You probably could, but you don't know what type of officer you're going to get. And by being compliant and answering their question, it's less likely that they're going to do anything to you. There are good officers out there, and majority of them just want to do their job, give you the ticket. They got to make the arrest so you can move on. And we know there's dickhead police officers out there. Excuse my language. There are bad police officers out there. We know that, right? And so, but staying calm and still doing your part lessens the fact for something bad to happen to you. So that's what we talk about here on this channel. We got a good video lined up for you. My name is Corey, first of all, and I'm retired Chief Petty Officer, United States Navy, and also a former Virginia State Trooper. And my co-host is Mr. Michael Bradley. Welcome back, my brother.
What's going on? Good to be back for another week. I hope you had a good vacation last week.
Yeah,
So,
it's great.
But what you were saying is right. I mean, you never know what kind of officer you're going to get. So for those who say, well, I can comply and still get hurt, I can guarantee you if you don't comply, things will go bad real quick. Okay.
Real quick.
Yeah. So you should always comply. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I said, I'm a retired law enforcement officer in Northern California, 26 years. Also Army veteran, 6 years. Good to be back on the show. We try to do some good on the show, at least give you some insight on what to do and how to behave when you interact with police. And like you said, Corey, you got some good cops, you got some bad cops, but the odds of you being the victim, the average person being the victim of a bad cop, is still slim to none. You know what I'm saying? But hey, never say never. But if you don't comply, for sure you're gonna end up where you don't want to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That part right there. So we got a good show lined up for you tonight. A great discussion to have. I think this will probably turn into more of a counseling session, uh, family discussion versus law enforcement. But it's a great insight to how many different hats a law enforcement officer has to wear, right? Um, from a simple, and I don't like to use these words, simple and things like that, or routine traffic stop, and it turns into total chaos. Well, even what you're going to see here, a simple single car crash can turn to like, oh my god, what the heck just happened here? And so this will just give you a different perspective, the different types of encounters law enforcement have with people on a daily basis. So, imagine doing something like this where you're rolling up on it, Mike, and you think, oh, simple single car crash, no problem. You looking, just stroking the ticket, and, they go on their way and you go on your way, end of the day. But, how many times do we see these things turn into, going from an anthill into a huge mountain?
And this is why we always police don't want your family members showing up to the scene unnecessarily. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is a perfect example of that. If
Right.
your family members can show up to the scene and make the scene a whole lot worse. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
this is a perfect example of that.
yeah, Yeah, so we're gonna get into it. I'll save my comments just for that. But we'll go ahead and get into it. If you ready, Mike?
All right, set it up. So this happened in February, earlier this year. Um, and well, we just stopped it. We just started from the beginning. But officers were called to a collision, basically. Regular, common collision, common call, right? And this is how it goes down.
Back it up, Mike.
Hold on.
Yeah, back it up.
February 25th, 2024, while on patrol, an officer responded to a call about a crash. Upon arriving at the scene, the officer observed skid marks on the road, indicating the vehicle had lost control and collided with a fixed object.
Hey, how's it going? Is that your car? Or we're just helping out? Or?
Yeah, she called me, said she had two flat. Well, she told me she had a flat tire.
Okay.
So she sent me the location, so I came, pulled up.
Are you dad? Okay. Do you know her?
Yeah, just we was at the restaurant with a minute ago together.
Okay. Where's the driver at? Is that her? What's she in the passenger seat? What did she hit?
Hello.
You can see the Starbucks.
I'm the driver.
It looked like
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm the driver. I'm just waiting on 8 on my double AA too.
Okay.
That's literally
What'd you hit?
the
looked like
curve.
she hit the curb.
Oh, come on. Real quick, when you see somebody, I just a question for the viewers. When you see somebody sitting in the passenger seat, what's kind of one of the first things that's going through your mind?
DUI.
Yeah, yeah,
You
DUI.
think, as an officer, you're thinking DUI possibly because most people don't get out and sit in the passenger seat of the car that they just crashed, especially
Right.
if they're a full occupant. You know, so
Right.
they might get out and stand outside. You know what I'm saying? But they don't get out and go sit in the passenger seat. So that's odd. You know what I'm saying? That's something that officers should be concerned about. You know what I'm saying? You should raise their flag. Maybe not.
Maybe not. Might not be nothing to it, but hey, we'll keep it rolling.
Excuse me, sir. I hit the roundabout on Bristol. I hit the roundabout. Hello. Calling my mom. She's so mad at me.
Yeah.
I'm the driver.
Okay, I got you. Do you mind just coming out of the car and
Oh,
talking?
yeah.
Why are you sitting in the passenger
Because
seat?
my mom is calling me. I'm so stressed out. I'm overwhelmed, but I'm the driver. So it's like, I can talk to you, but
Yeah, do you mind just, I'll tell you what don't we, since we're kind of in the middle of the road right now, why don't you just come talk to me on the
yes,
sidewalk?
Mom.
And then you notice how she spit in the center console. That's weird. Okay. You sit in the passenger seat and then you spit in the center console of your own car like it's casually nothing that you do. That's weird. But
Right.
let's continue.
6:40. Can you roll me one more?
Excuse me, brother. I cannot.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't have to get out. I can give you my name, my number.
Yeah,
but I'm
just
so
because
annoyed.
right now we're on the side of the road, and I don't want somebody to hit us.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, so why don't we just get out and we'll walk over to the curb where it's safe. And if you got your driver's license with you,
I
I'm gonna
do.
need that as well.
yes, I do. That's freaking annoying.
So real quick, at this point, Corey, you don't want to be talking on your cell phone. Once the police officers arrive, they're going to ask you a bunch of questions like your license, your registration, your insurance card, and what happened and who was in the vehicle. You could be asking a lot of questions during this investigation. Not to mention, we're going to be evaluating you to see if you might be DUI. Are you drunk? Are you high? Could this be something like that or not? But all these things will happen with the police once they arrive. So get off your cell phone, folks. You know what I'm saying? And be available for questioning. Once we're there, we have to investigate what happened.
Yep. So let me ask this real quick before Mike starts the video again. What do you think about her exiting the vehicle? What did you notice And this is what the officer is thinking and seeing too. Where he's paying attention to her speech, he's paying attention to her demeanor and how she's standing up and getting out of the vehicle. So if you can rewind it just about 10 seconds, might get her getting out the video and let them see that part again.
Okay.
And now, what are you thinking?
Freaking annoying.
Whoa, she kind of run steady getting out of the car. That's all indications, like you said, Corey.
Yeah.
This might be a DUI. It might not, but it's certainly something that you have to be thinking of as an officer. You know what I'm saying?
It's certainly leaning towards that way.
Yeah. And for a citizen, know that that's what's going on.
Right.
So, here we go.
Let's walk this way.
Honestly, in like we're in trouble.
Well,
Even if I'm not in trouble, like get pulled, like this is my first time actually. Like you could put my name, but I'm nervous because this is my first time getting pulled over by the police.
Okay.
I'm some real stuff. I'm an entrepreneur, but
Yeah.
Louise, like I'm nervous.
Okay, so just tell me how like the crash happened.
I crashed right here on the median.
Okay. And where were you coming from?
Literally from South Adams Street.
You were coming from South Adams
Yes,
Street.
sir.
Do you remember the name of the business that you were at?
No, sir.
Okay.
I was just literally passing through, and I seen the light right here. I hit the medium. I'm not gonna lie to you, and that's all.
All right.
So I hit the medium, and yeah, that's how I knew I was in trouble.
You all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Don't you just have a seat for me?
I will, but I have my stomach is hurting. I'm on my cycle. My tampon is honestly where my tampon is in the car.
Okay. Okay, I got you. But
So,
listen,
I have no other.
Hold on.
But, yes, sir.
let's go in. We can't have you go into the vehicle right now because we're in the middle of
No,
road.
I just need to grab my tampon. That's
Okay.
literally all. I'm not
Where
saying
is
I need to in the driver's seat.
In the driver.
Yes, I need to grab my.
All right.
my
Let me
tampon.
just turn off your car first, okay?
Okay. Yeah, that's not a problem.
Hold on. Let me just go in there and turn it off. Miss Garner, hold on. You know,
Now, why is he a stickler for her not getting back in their car and messing around with her car? Let me ask you, viewers, that why you think that is. Well, keep in mind this is a possible a possible DUI investigation. Number two, the car has crashed. She's the driver. We don't want somebody going into the car and taking off, or there could be a weapon in the car or something like that. Just basic officer safety stuff.
Right. Oh, I think you froze up, or I froze up. Can you hear me, Mike? Let's see. Let me see. Can y'all hear me in the chat? If so, give me a thumbs up or something. Shoot, I hate this internet. Oh, Mike left. Okay, but you guys can hear me though, right? And see me? Okay, I got a thumbs up from Jesus. Love you. Okay, so hear you loud and clear. Okay, so I guess Mike froze up. But anyway, like he's saying, oh shoot. Like he's saying, I now have to go in here and try to pull up the video as well. But like he's saying, when you don't, as an officer, you don't want anybody to come up and to I gotta go back to YouTube. Hold on. I'm gonna try and talk and do this at the same time, y'all. Forgive me. You don't want somebody walking up into the vehicle, even though it's just a crash, and yeah, you can go. And I've made that. I won't call it a mistake, but I've done that before, where hey, they asked me if they can get something out of the vehicle, and I'm like, all right, yeah, cool, no worries, go ahead and do it. And they can possibly have a firearm, something in their drugs, and that you don't know. But it's just an officer safety thing. where you don't want to allow them to get back in there. If it's feasible, I may get it for them, depending on how bad the crash is, where we got vehicles at rest at, and the amount of traffic around. I beg just hold on. Let's get the roadway cleared up, and now allow them to get back into their vehicle. But at that moment, you don't want them to get back inside that vehicle. Give me a second, y'all. I need to pull that video up. Mike had it on his side, so I got to pull it up on my side. So forgive me real quick. Okay, hopefully he comes back in real quick. Let me get this here. Okay, it erupts. Again, I apologize, y'all. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Let's see. Suspect. Suspect spot. Let's see what that gives me. Y'all still with me? That's not that. Sparks. Uproar. There we go. All right, I found the video. Let me get through this. And it looked like you back. You back?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
I don't know what happened. It took me a while to figure out we weren't on, but now we're back on.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we need the video back though, bro.
All right, let me get the video back.
But like I was saying, and I think everybody heard it saying, it's all about officer safety, not letting them back into the vehicle, because like you said, Mike, you don't know what they might have in there, and it's just an officer safety thing. It's not that them being a butthole to you, whatever. And like I said, for me, Mike, I said, there are times I would say, yeah, go ahead and just get it out. It's no big deal. But that's a risk I'm taking by doing it, because I don't know, what's in the vehicle. But if you're acting funny like that, and I think you might be a possible DUI, you ain't getting back in that vehicle.
Right. And so that's basic officer safety stuff. You know what I'm saying? So don't be alarmed. Why are they making a big deal out of her getting some out of the car? Well, that's why. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Let me start it from that point here.
The mother arrived at the scene, causing tensions to escalate.
It's a tire! Ma'am, y'all need to calm down. It's not your goddamn car! Oh my God! Mom, it was a mistake. Let's be real. You had to call me. I did. Hey. What are you talking about? I didn't call you. Sit back in your car. Why did you come over here?
Okay, mom arrives on the scene, and she adds way more drama to this than necessary. This is why we don't like family members showing up to the scene unnecessarily, because you don't know what kind of reaction they will have because of that family member. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful of that. And this is what happens when the mom shows up. She gets more upset than the driver almost. And then that gets the driver upset to where now these two are getting out of control.
Go ahead. I'll say my comment when we get caught up here for time's sake.
Why did you come with that? You're starting a whole disturbance. This stuff can be replaced. Stop.
That's another officer that showed you that.
She's going the wrong way, ain't she? It happens. This is a deal.
She wasn't going the wrong way. She hit the curb, and you can still see the tire marks, but she spun out.
Uh-oh, you froze up again, Mike. If you can hear me. So that gentleman right there is a guy that she called to the scene to help her out, and he's saying that, hey, you know, she possibly had a flat tire and needs some assistance. But I think they had some type of thing going on, because he then said that they met at a restaurant down the streets. Well, that's probably where she, you know, had been drinking. That mom is totally off the chain right now. She's hot, you know. They and we'll probably get caught up when Mike gets here, but she I don't want to play this, and he chimes back in, but hold on, y'all can still hear me though, right? Thumbs up. You still hear and see me? Thumbs up. Can y'all still hear and see me? And here I'm thinking it was my internet. Let's see what we got. Let me share my screen. Right. Share.
Register online now at I will register.
We're pulling off after this. You doing the mouth. I'm the one putting people in audience. Hey. You the one sitting up here talking about this. You the audience. I'm the one putting
On February 25th,
Oh, I got it right.
2024, while on patrol,
Okay.
an
I
officer
keep losing my internet connection for some reason. I don't know what happened. I did update on my computer here, and since I did that update, it's messing up my connection.
Oh, no worries. All right, so let me get us caught up, y'all. And again, forgive us for this technical difficulty, but it's all good. Let me see. All right, so this is where we left off at. The mom showed up, and now the mom is talking to this other gentleman who the driver of the vehicle called to the scene and was asking for help. And the mom and him are in a discussion right now, and this is where we left off at.
Okay. And like I was saying, I don't know if you guys heard me about, but the mom is making a bigger deal out of this than it should be. Right now, this is just a collision, a common collision. Mom comes on scene, and it's an emergency with her in her mind. You know what I'm saying? She's doing too much. She's doing the most. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. She was with me at the brunch.
Okay. She asked me because you was gone. I told her.
There we go.
Everybody, okay. I'm going to position my car. If you could just stay absolutely. And then we can just send by or you can stay with me while we. Okay.
Ma, you don't got to do all that. It's my goddamn car. We're pulling off after this. You doing the mouth. I'm the one putting people in audience. Hey. You don't want to see that bitch on the audience. You don't got to relax. I'm the one putting you to sleep. Your turn. Stop fucking you. I'm the one putting you, bro. Get yourself. Ma'am, can you take her away from here? Take her ass to jail.
Come on.
She dropped. Come on. Here, I'm gonna go.
Now, see, the mom then caused this driver to get completely out of control. The mom should have just stayed home. You know what I'm saying? The mom came and she just added fuel to this fire.
Well, you know, and I hear what you're saying, but 9 times out of 10, nowadays with the technology that we have in these cell phones, when loved ones are in a car crash, they're gonna call a family member out, and they're gonna automatically show up to the scene. And when you are hostile like that, and you were only supposed to use the car for a couple of hours, and now you got 2 flat tires, it just opened a whole nother can of worms. But it's going to happen. I would just always encourage the parent to stay back, or you guys take it off the side of the road, go somewhere else, and go sit in your cars and talk and argue. But you're not going to do it out here. One in my presence, one on the side of the road. Yeah, the mom was. You're right. I agree with you, Mike. She was the what do you call it, the antagonist in this whole thing, and it doesn't make mom or the daughter look good. I said it's an embarrassment, man. How you got the officer had to pick the young lady up and move her out the way, because she was getting hot. She was hot. Like she didn't want the mom to come out there.
To the point where the officers had to put handcuffs on the driver because mom caused the driver to go sideways. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, folks, handcuffs are simply a restraint. You know what I'm saying? That's all they are. So if you acting crazy, you might get them cuffs placed on you for sure.
And some people probably suggest, okay, well, why are they doing it to the mom? Why are they just locking her? Well, like you just said, she was the aggressor, right? She was coming towards the mom. Mom can talk yin yang all she won't, but when you start making that aggression motion towards towards the police, and then toward trying to get your way to your mother, then you're gonna get them handcuffs on. You can get that jewelry. And it's just sad, but this is just another hat that the officers have to wear because now they got to turn into family counselors. Now I'm sure they talked to the young lady on the way to the precinct for lockup. Like, hey, what's going on, man? You and your mom having these problems. Is something ongoing? Giving her advice. Well, maybe you might want to show a little more gratitude. Your mom let you use her vehicle, right?
Now,
And
I don't recall I think I didn't see all the way to end this video. Did they end? I don't know if they ended up arresting her or if they arrested her, what they arrested her for.
I didn't hear what they said they arrested her for, but I know that the guy said when they were putting her in the car, said, hey, you're under arrest. And so I don't know if they arrested her for the DUI. I know when you see it, and I'm gonna put the full video in the description down below once we conclude for tonight. But he did mention that the DUI was in there, but I'm not sure what they charged her with. And that's why I'm just going to assume it was DUI. Maybe they had enough there to charge her with that. I don't know if they charged her for the crash or not. I probably wouldn't have charged her for the crash, but there is a charge for it. She could have got charged. Me personally, in a situation like that, I wouldn't have charged her.
Yeah, based on what I'm seeing up to this point, I would suspect DUI. She was unsteady on her feet. She was unsteady getting out the car. Solo collision here, spun out, hit the curb line. The guy that she was with said they would come from brunch, so she could have had a little bit too much to drink. You know what I'm saying? Him too. He kind of was talking a little funny too. I mean, folks, when you've done this for a while, you start to see certain things and pick up on certain things of whether somebody should be DUI or not. And she is definitely showing that she could be, and he could be too. But right now, it's
I was listening to him talk too. His speech was a little slurred as well. But I mean, most you can do with him is probably get a dip off of him, which is a drunken public. But I probably wouldn't even push that. I mean, yeah.
All right, let's keep going here.
It's always something. I'm telling her, it's not you. You said you're trying to, bro. That's my mama, boy, bro. You.
Oh my God.
Go to the west.
It's trying to freeze up again, Mike.
Okay.
I just told you, goddamn trouble.
Now he just said you're under arrest, so I'm assuming this is probably
You don't
DUI.
talk my goddamn shit, bro. Nah, you.
Here, if you just hold it up too much, we'll cover it. Pretty sure that.
I mean, I get why mom is hot.
Yes, sir. That's my mama. You're the drunk. You haven't been there for me all my life. You're a fiend.
There it is, Scott. Some underlying family issues.
Yep.
Trying to make it seem like this and that. I never, my mama.
You see right here.
I never. I'm sorry. Mommy issues 101. This lady has never been there for me, bro. Never ever.
It sounds like she provided a car for you and you ruined it.
Right. She provided a car for her to use that night, and then you go out here and give her 2 flat tires and bust a ring.
This is my mama, bro. I never. This is.
You know, the
No,
crash
it's
starts
not that.
way back.
Way back there.
All the way where you told me.
What else is it?
No property damage.
No property damage, just to that.
Just curb. I mean, but it's fresh black mark on curbs. And you can follow the tire tracks where it's at now. And she hit the curb way back. You see, like the flag sign way back over there. It started.
She must have went straight. You didn't go around the roundabout.
So you can see where her tire busted over there and started dragging.
Yes, ma'am.
So
yes, sir. I did.
You hit
And
the
I
curb
mean, I'm
way
not-
back there.
I did. And that's what I said. I hit the median.
It's
Yes, sir.
in my car, all right?
Yes, sir. I don't want to bring it. I never been to jail. This is so new. This is
Your actions in front of the law enforcement is.
because my mama, like, you don't understand.
I get that,
My
but
mama
again,
never been there for me.
Do you have anything on you before? Do you have any pockets or anything like that?
I'm
Is there anything on you that I need to know about before we go to the jail that you're not supposed to have with you?
Wait, 1 second. Wait. I have no record. Why am I going to jail? Wait.
Do you have anything on you that I need to know about before we go to jail? You're always wearing a dress like there's no pockets.
Wait. Well, why am I going to jail? I never been to jail. Why am I going to jail?
Explain that in just a minute. Do you want to just say?
I probably
whatever y'all want to do. But that's
Sir.
what you
Yeah,
are.
put your feet and I'll talk to you, okay?
I
You're
never
definitely
been to
resisting.
jail.
We're back up multiple times. Continue to progress at us. Get someone disobeyed lawful commands. And then once we picked her up, she continued to pull away from us and over. Yeah.
Can you get this up in my mouth?
Miss Gardner, let me get you to relax for just 1 second. I understand that.
I know what's going on.
We're trying to tell
Why am I in the back of a police?
Are you going to calm down?
Here. Well, let's keep going. Let me
Explain it to you.
Can you please get my mama, please?
No,
I will
no.
calm down. Please get my mama.
Negative. We can't do
Please
that.
get my mama, please. I promise.
All right, so here's the deal. Did you want him to reread your rights to you or no? Okay, so that we're gonna take that as a no, so we can't
Please,
explain
I
it.
don't know what's going on. I never been arrested
Miss Gardner, we're trying to explain it.
Miss Gardner.
You keep saying that, but you're not listening. Now either you're gonna listen and let us explain it to you, and we can get down to the bottom of it so we can go ahead and move on. Okay? We can't move on if you keep doing that back and forth. So let him read it again. You gonna listen? Here you go. Listen.
I can't breathe.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I just want my mama.
Miss Gardner, can you hear me?
I never been arrested.
All right. We're gonna take that as a no.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. All
Are
right.
you gonna listen?
Here it is. Here it is. We're gonna read it to you, okay? Listen.
Miss Gardner, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. You cannot afford to hire a lawyer. One will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights or not answer any questions or make any statements.
You understand your rights?
you understand each of these rights I've explained to you?
That's a yes or no, Ms. Gardner. Do you understand your rights?
Do you understand these rights?
Okay, Corey. Here's what I'm confused about. If they arrested her for DUI, I understand that. But what's missing here is they didn't attempt to do any field sobriety examination. Where's the field sobriety test that she does? There's none of that. You could argue, okay, I smelled a strong odor of alcoholic beverage. She spoke to me with slurred speech. She was unsteady on her feet. I can understand that. But they never tried to do a field sobriety examination with any of the tasks. So that's strange.
Well, I don't know if it's strange because I mean you only need, what is it? How many things do you need in order to be able to arrest somebody for DUI? Right.
Well, accumulation of things.
Accumulation of things, right? So you got slurred speech,
Yeah.
unable to get out of the vehicle and be stable. She had a little bit of staggering. No, we couldn't see her eyes. I mean, maybe they saw the bloodshot and glossy eyes.
Okay.
And we don't know if they smell anything exiting her person.
Okay. Yep. I
So
understand.
if I have any of those things, if I can articulate those things, I remember the field sobriety test is just a tool for us to use.
Yeah.
It's not something I can still get a conviction without.
You can still pass the field sobriety examination and
Right.
still get arrested for DUI.
And still get arrested. Right. Now, and we don't know if they gave her the intoxilizer down at the station either.
Right.
So we don't know. But I think, and again, we're not there. We're Monday morning quarterbacking this. But they may have enough to at least rest for that. Now, whether or not they'll get a conviction out of that, I seriously doubt they will. Because I don't think she had something in her. Whether she was
she had something going.
She had something going on. Now, I don't know how many of our viewers know, but if you never been involved in DUI, you might not know. But there's a 20-minute grace period that the officers give you right before they administer the intoxilizer down at the precinct. And that 20 minutes is really in your favor. By law, they have to give you that 20 minutes before they have you breathe in the tube. And so in that 20 minutes, you may come down. It's possible, depending on how much you had to drink now. And it's possible that you could, drop 1 or 2 points and put you, at the legal limit. And it depends on also, too, what time you had your last drink. So there's a lot of factors going to that, but we don't know, like I said, with Monday morning quarterback and then. But to your point, I think there's enough there that you could charge.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. But you could also say that once the mom showed up, she was so upset and out of control that we couldn't administer a field sobriety examination on her at that time. Now, we don't know if they did that when they got to the station. You know what I'm saying? When they got to the booking station, maybe did it there. But we don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Nonetheless, I'm going to attempt to get everything I can to help me support my deal. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that was wrong for me to say. It's strange not to do field sobriety exam. There are some circumstances where a field sobriety examination is not done. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Incapacitated, you have some medical issues that prohibit you from doing them or anything. You might be too drunk to do them. You know what I'm saying? I've had that before too. You know what I'm saying? So you don't need them. But in this case, I would have tried it. You know what I'm saying? But then you got to look at the dilemma they were facing. This was mom's car or her husband's car. She was going to stay there with the car at least until it was towed. You can't have the daughter near the mom because you saw what happened when the daughter stayed near the mom. Things got out of control.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You saw that. So that's the problem these officers have to solve too. You know what I'm saying? So,
and that might have been another reason why they didn't do it.
Yeah.
Because of the hostile between the mom and the daughter. And but hey, what's the moral of the story, Mike?
Moral of the story is don't call mom to the scene just yet. Especially if you know mom is gonna go off. Okay.
Right.
Probably not a good time for her to show up at the scene.
Right. And parents' word advice to you is just, if you do show up, if your child is over the age of 18, just stay back.
Yeah. Don't be yelling and screaming.
Don't be yelling, and don't be trying to, get and try to talk to the officer. Again, the officer is not obligated to speak to you.
No.
All right. If your son or daughter's in an accident and they're over the age of 18, that's between them and the officer, even though it can be your car. Like, I may ask you, hey, do you know where your insurance and stuff? I may ask you some administrative stuff. But as far as who's at fault and who's getting a ticket, this, and that, third, no, I'm not. They'll get all that information, right? Because I don't want to engage with you, and then what I say upsets you. Now I got to deal, with an upset parent and an upset child, your son or daughter. You know what I mean? So just stay back. As long as they're okay, they're not being taken out on the ambulance or whatever, they're a little shooken up, give them a hug, tell them you love them, all that good stuff. Just stay back and let the officer do the job. They may come up to you and tell you, hey, this is what's going on, so that your child is clear on what the next steps are. But don't you go and just try to take over the scene yourself.
Right. Don't barge in talking about that's my child and you can't do this. You can't do this. Now, hey, stand back and take a video with your cell phone. I ain't arguing against that. You know what I'm saying? Right. From a safe distance.
Right. And you may use that, for when you go to civil court, have a video what happened, where the car is laid and stuff like that. You can stand back at a distance and take all the pictures you want. What we don't want is somebody to get hurt on the scene. Now that takes us from what we were really there for to now deal with extra people at the scene.
Right. And it's an officer safety issue. We don't want you walking around the scene and we don't know who you are. We don't know what you're capable of. We don't know what you're going to do. So if you're not involved in the collision, it's best to stay back and just watch what happens. And most of the time, we'll come over. If I know you're her parent and it's okay with her for me to tell you certain things, I'll come over there and talk to you and tell you what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So that's the moral of the story for the nice video. Parents, if you know you're going to be hostile at your child when you roll up on scene, please just don't go. And they know they tell you they're all right. Just wait till they get home to have your say with them. Don't bring it out to the side of the road. Again, that's not where we hold court at. All right. You do your parenting, do that at home, not in front of. Because I know the mom is hot, and I feel her, Mike. I'm not, hey, mom is hot. I get it. Like, I'd be like, hey, man, don't tear my stuff now. You know what I mean? I'm that parent right there. Like, you ain't gonna tear my stuff. But again, like, I know what I know now as being a cop now. Of course, yes, I'm gonna go out there. Yes, I'm gonna let the officer do. And I'll stand back. It'd be hard for me to, but I'll stand back, let them do their job, whatever, and take them from there and make sure everybody's good.
And that's because
I would be asking the questions that I know my kids wouldn't be able to ask. You know what I'm saying? Sure. And so that's what my role in it would be. It's a different perspective now, as being law enforcement and then rolling up on a crash scene like that. Yeah. Scott says that he's told his boys if they ever get arrested, they can enjoy the time in lockup. In other words, don't do dumb shit.
That's
I agree with you. Don't call me.
Hey, don't expect me to put $5,000 down on your bail. Bill, you out of there. Ain't happening.
I ain't mortgaging nothing.
I ain't putting up my house for nothing.
Right. Right. That part right there, Doc. So, all right, y'all, we're going to wrap this one up for this Thursday night. And
sorry for the technical difficulties for some reason. I don't know, to just what they get day to day. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good. It's all good. So don't forget to go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to this channel. We thank you for the viewers who watched us while we were off last week and the new subscribers we got. Thank you very much, man. Greatly appreciate it. And again, if you want to get a hold of us, you know how to do that. Just come on over to the Brothas-in-law 21@gmail.com. Put it up on here real quick. And let us know if there's a video you like for us to break down for you. And again, if you want to be a part of the show, hey, hit us up. We'll work with your schedule. We have to record one and put it out for that following Thursday. We can do that. Mike and I are very flexible. And we love to have you on and get your point of view, you as a citizen. And that's how we build and grow. So we thank everybody again for joining us tonight. We'll be back next Thursday. Same time, same sandbox. Mike, final words.
Thanks for joining us. Jesus loves you. I see you on here. Scott, I see you on here. Appreciate you. You guys have a good weekend. Stacy, I see you on here. Badass, you know, I see you on here.
All our people over on Facebook, thank you for watching us over there.
Mm-hmm.
Scott, we could probably do a show on California now that I've been out there since the military days. Yeah, there's a lot to talk about California. Maybe we might have to do something about that because they're driving out there is horrible. So yeah, maybe we might do that. So God bless y'all, man. We'll see y'all next week, same time, same sandbox. Peace, and hair grease.
Peace out.